Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back if it's your second time here. This is my second video, and I've taken on board a lot of the feedback that you guys have provided the first time around in order to make this both a better viewing experience and slightly more instructive. Today's video is on the Jain Zar legendary release event. We have just had the first of 3 runs for this character, and I thought I would talk and share my thoughts on the event, which characters were useful and less useful. Congratulations to those of you that have managed to unlock Jain Zar. I'm hopeful this video and the attached infographic are useful for those of you hoping to push through and build on the progress you've made this time, or if you are trying the event for the first time, I'm hopeful that it's instructive in getting as many shard and progress points as possible. So here you can see that I've got the character to 110 out of 150. I've made it up to about battle 5 and 6 in alpha and beta, and I've performed a bit better in gamma as we'd expect given the larger character pool available. I obviously don't have Jain Zar unlocked yet, but I think the model looks pretty cool here, and definitely credit to the art department for their work. I really like the model and the look and the feel. So I'm sure that you guys have seen these sorts of spreadsheets. These are a couple of spreadsheets that have been created by a couple of the folk in the Pants of Horus cluster, IGAP and WCMZ. There are plenty of these sorts of sheets or filtering documents around. They filter characters by trait and allows you to fight the earlier battles with characters that fill multiple traits at once in order for you to get maximum efficiency. These are really useful and a resource that's available to anyone really who's in our cluster, and I'm sure it's helped a lot of people already. So I guess that leads us into the infographic. I really like making these actually, and they're a lot of fun, and I hope that the visual nature of the infographic makes it easier to digest. What I've done here is sorted the legendary release event by Greek letter. So alpha for Xenos, beta for Imperial, and gamma for non-orcs. I've included the usable characters for each section and provided a yellow glow effect to the character portraits that I would recommend. I'll go into my reasoning later on when I describe each individual section, but the aim was to highlight characters that are useful in this event and also maintain their usefulness in other game modes. That way, those of you who are extra careful about spending resources can get the most out of your investment. The first section that we are taking a closer look at is the Alpha Xenos. The Xenos section is fairly tricky just because of the number or the limited number of characters that you can use. Particularly when you get up to the higher levels, you don't have many choices for characters with inbuilt heals. The battles can last for a long time, and without sustain, you need really powerful characters. Those limitations are the basis for the highlighted recommendations. Aleph Null is great because of the heal mechanic, even if the summons die very quickly to the enemies that spawn in this battle. Anufet has a very high armor stat, and the 3 other Xenos that I've highlighted, Sho, Eldrion, and Calandus, are powerful in other game modes, specifically guild raids and arena. The second section that we are looking at is the Beta Imperials. There are a lot of powerful characters and choices here, but I think the standout choices are Yarek and Calgar because they can be used to meet every single trait requirement. One of the unsung heroes of this mode is Isabella, who has a powerful passive and active heal to really help you go far. The Black Templar faction are difficult to unlock and farm, but they really shine in this section. Brother Bouchard has proven to be quite strong with his new buffs, and the Black Templar faction on the whole will allow you to meet multiple trait requirements at once. The final section is Gamma for the non-orc characters. I haven't listed the 40 odd characters that are potentially usable here. Instead, I've highlighted the 5 that I think are useful and have applicability outside of this event. As I spoke about earlier, a lot of people will reach the later battles simply by virtue of being able to use characters that they have already built for Arena and Guild Raid. The hardest trait to satisfy here is the piercing trait, because of how few characters in the game currently have piercing damage. My choices here reflect that small pool of characters, and I've also highlighted the ones that I think will have cross-mode applicability. So that's all I've got. I hope the infographic is useful and those explanations help to understand and justify my decisions. As always, I'm very keen to hear from you all if you think I got things right or was totally off the pace. I found your feedback and comments last time really useful, and I'd love to hear if you guys think this was better or worse. I'll sign off with a quick shout out to my cluster, Pants of Horus. We are a 12 guild strong cluster who have been working together and moving from success to success. There are a lot of really helpful people and helpful resources there, some of which you've already seen earlier in this video. I'd encourage you to come and check out the Discord, and if you're looking for a new guild, we have a couple of openings as you can see on the screen. YouTube is being funny about letting me post Discord links, but I'll do that below in the video description as soon as I can. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see and hear from you soon.
Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!